Hey everyone, welcome back to day 3 of Rise with Kat. We are going to be getting into that lower body burn, so glutes, quads, hamstrings, inner thigh, outer thigh, all of those things. Let's go ahead, get started. I'm going to be using my ball as a headrest, but it is totally optional. You can always use your headrest from the reformer as your headrest. I just like a little bit more support. Grab a towel, whatever you prefer. We're going to start on 2 heavy springs. So go ahead and load those on. And we're going to come side lying. Again, whatever you prefer is your headrest. Get that situation. And 2 heavy springs. So bottom leg is going to stay bent. Top heel will come onto that foot bar. So slight external rotation, opening up that hip just a little bit. We're going to get nice and stacked in the hips, start to draw that navel in nice and strong. Take a deep inhale. When you're ready and you feel nice and stabilized onto that carriage, we're going to press all the way out nice and tight. Resist the body from wanting to shift and crunch up. So you really have to get strong in that core, really nice and tight so it doesn't boss you around. Bring it right back in and press. Good, nice and tight, full length on that leg. Just getting right into it here. Really resisting those 2 heavy springs on the return. So don't allow yourself to just fling back in. You want it to be more of like a glide. Nice and soft, and then deep press right back out. And again. Very good. Really squeeze at the top. You can even give it a little pause. Holding that contraction of the glute a little longer. And squeeze. Here we are for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come halfway in though. Find that low squat. We're going to give it some pulses here for 10, 9, 8, slow and controlled, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out, full extension, and come on in. Good. Now for this second variation, I'm going to extend the bottom leg now that we're nice and warmed up, and my toes are now going to come onto that foot bar. So all 5 toes are on. Find that high heel, extend that bottom leg nice and long. If as you get started, something is like where you can't maintain that, just bend it back in again, okay? So we're just leveling up quite a bit. Point the toes, press out. Slowly bringing it back in. So I'm going to go a little bit more parallel here with my top leg rather than externally rotated. So just closing up that hip a little bit. And you want to maintain a slight lift in that bottom leg also. So already turning on that inner thigh, that adductor. Good, here we go. Try to keep that heel high, finding stability in that ankle. Good. I'm always tempted to look at it when I make sure I'm doing it right, but we should be able to feel that. So try to stay long in that neck. I caught myself doing it a couple times. Try to feel what the body is doing so we're not looking at it. For 7, 6, very nice. 5, I can already feel that adductor and abductor working. 4, all the way out though in 3, we're going to find full extension. In 2, press all the way out. Now identify that bottom leg, little lift and lower from that inner thigh. Just a little mini lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway in. We're going to pulse once again for 10, 9. Lift that heel. 8, 7, 6. Here for 5. Good, you got it. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way out. Bring it in and relax. Whew. That was a good little warm-up. All right, I'm going to flip on over. We can give ourselves a little figure 4 stretch in between. Roll out those ankles a bit. And then we'll go right into that other side, the exact same thing, and then we're going to do a little bit of a spring change, okay? So flip on over, adjust your ball. Bottom knee starts bent for this full variation. Kick that heel on. Once again, slight external rotation. Getting nice and lifted in that oblique, just a little engagement. Here we go. Deep inhale and press out. Resisting, being crunched up into those shoulder blocks once again. Once you find that nice stability, we can really just focus on that glute. Good. Good, nice and tight. You can pause at the top again, really contracting that glute. Here we go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway in and let's pulse it. 10, 9. Slow and controlled again. 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, good, you got it. 3, maybe a little slower. 2, and 1, all the way out. Come on in, good work. All right, let's get those toes on now, finding that high heel. Bottom leg is long and extended once again. I know I have my back to you, I apologize, but just cueing you through it. So leg is long, square off those hips, close it up just a little bit. Take that deep inhale, press out. Nice and tight to come in. You're just finding a little lift in that bottom leg. So just letting that adductor, that inner thigh work just a little bit. So you're not just kind of hanging out there. Good. All the way down right before you hit that stopper, deep press. Try to get that full range. All right, here we go for 7, 6, 5, check in with that heel, stay lifted. 4, 3, 2, hold it, full extension, bottom leg, lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway in, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way out and come on in. Very good. All right, let's sit on up. Give ourselves a little figure 4 stretch or a butterfly stretch. My body is really asking for this butterfly stretch. I'm going to give it to it. And a little bit of a background change. We have a Christmas tree going now, ready for the holidays. And all right, we're going to switch out our springs. So Let's take off one of those heavy springs and we're gonna stick to one heavy spring. I'm gonna come side lying again, facing you, but now I'm going to use my ball just in this side of my body and bring my forearm down. If you wanna keep your head down, totally up to you. I'm just gonna find a little lift happening here. And we're gonna take that long strap in front of us, put it above the knee of that top leg. So for me, it'll be my left leg. And I'm just gonna adjust a little bit here, getting nice and stacked. And we're gonna open up that top leg just slightly. We're gonna start to make little circles with that kneecap. So I like to think drawing a circle with the knee, but really the mobility is coming from the hip. So we're opening out, down, and around, okay? Let that foot come with you so it's not being left behind. Good. If you're on your forearm, just make sure you're pushing away from that shoulder. Good, lubricating out that hip. Nice and tight, good. Here for 7, and then we'll reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3. How big they are is totally up to you. 2, and 1. Don't let that leg go, just reverse. So we're not dropping it, it's not resting. Good. Nice and tight. That reverse is where it really started to fire up now. The hip was getting some love, now the glute is really working. 7, 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it to a hover. Close the whole leg up, knee and ankle, open squeeze. Just to a hover now, open squeeze. Good, right into the range of that glute. Whew. It is feeling tight. 8, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, open, pulse at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, let it go, punch it out. All right, let's take off that strap. Glide on in, and we're gonna get right into the other side. So flip on over, lie down, or that side leaning position on the forearm. Taking that long strap once again. I love that. Get that nice fresh pine scent in here. I love it so much. All right, so get nice and stacked. We're gonna open up, start to draw those circles. You might feel one side fire up quicker than the other. Just little muscle imbalances, but that's why I love doing one thing at a time, like working one side at a time. Little unilateral work is really good to help the body even out. Nice. Stay lifted, stay long in that neck, whether you're on that forearm or lying down. Here we go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't let it drop, just reverse. Other direction. Right away, right as I reverse, fires up a different part of that glute. Good. Tight, tight, tight. Here we go. 7, 6, making mine a little bigger here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stack it. Here we go. Close, open, squeeze. Really quick, just to hover, squeeze. 8, 7, good, keep going. 6, nice and tight. 5, 4, so engaged, it's shaking. 3, 2, pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Punch, punch. Spank it. Let's take off that strap. Very good job. And we're going to do a little adjustment here once again. So go ahead and put your foot bar down to a lower level. So I'm just going to lift up here and drop. Nice and lower down, and then we're going to do another spring change. So I'm going to go on to just a light spring. That's going to be pretty mean because we're going to get into those inner thighs. If you need something a little nicer, just load up that light spring, but you don't want to go any more than that, okay? I'm going to come kneeling once again. My left knee is down onto my platform and my right knee is down onto my carriage. So if you want to match that, that's the position I'm starting in. And I'm pretty scooted up so that my whole foot is pretty much onto my carriage, maybe just the toes are hanging off. So from here, start to tuck. You want to get nice and stacked and connected. We're going to start to press the carriage out, drop the hips down. Opening up here from that inner thigh, squeeze to pull it in, getting taller at the top, okay? Out, right back in. So the lighter the spring, the more your adductor, your inner thigh has to work to pull that carriage in because we don't have a heavier spring to help pull on that pull back. So all of that work is coming from that inner thighs. But you want to feel both inner thighs engaging. Squeeze actively to pull it in, okay? If you're on a loaded light spring, you're like, oh, this is kind of easy, drop it down. Drop it down and just wait. Right back in. If you're really feeling spicy, you can do it with no springs. I am not there today. So I'm going to keep it just on that regular light spring. Good, nice and strong. Drop all the way out as much as you can without hyperextending, keeping that tailbone tucked. Good. Squeeze, little shakes happening. For 6, 5. Good, we're going to go into little squats here. In 4, 3, good. And 2, all the way out. Come halfway in. We're going to send the booty back now. Little squat, squeeze, lift. Trying our best not to move the carriage, keeping it really tight. It'll want to shake just a little bit, but try not to let it be too much of a movement because you're really stabilizing here now. Send it back, long spine, squeeze, lift. Ooh, little shakes happening. 5. Stay very engaged, squeeze really tight. 4. Here for 3. Good. Last 2. And 1. Bring it up. Little pulses out an inch, in an inch. Both inner thighs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in, squeeze all the way to that stopper. Isolated hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Nice job. All right, take off that Light spring very carefully. We're gonna come off our reformer completely. Just push that carriage to the back end, okay? Hopefully mine will stay. Yep, looks like it will. We're still gonna be facing our risers now, so scoot the carriage all the way back, no springs are on. Here, we're gonna pop up one of our feet, so I'm gonna pop my right foot behind me onto my platform, step forward. You always have your carriage here in case you lose your balance or you need that extra stability. We're doing a single leg split squat stance. Say that 5 times fast, yeah. Single leg split squat stance. So square off your hips. And what you want to do is you want to start to send that back knee down towards the floor. Find that squat, squeeze, lift, okay? Long in that spine, so I like to drop my torso just slightly, send it back. Keep that knee in line with your ankle or behind your toes, so don't let it drop forward, okay? We want to keep it in that glute. Nice and strong. Squeeze, lift. Here for 8. Good, nice and tight, all the way down. 7. 6. For 5. Good. 4. Tight, tight, tight. Get low. 3. Here for 2. And 1. Ooh, step it off. Little prance. Grab that carriage. Push it all the way back. Prance it out. So really find a nice glute stretch. Side to side. Good. Little tight hamstring stretch. My arms are still sore from yesterday's day 2. So I'm going to give those a little stretch while we're at it. Find an extension. And come back up. All right, other side. Step it forward. Keep that carriage back. I'm going to put my left foot up back now. Back onto that platform. Step it forward. The carriage is there if you need it. One side always feels different. So go slow. Square off the hips, strong in that core. And then we're going to send that back knee down. Squeeze, lift. Good. Little adjust if you need it. You want to shift the weight back. Shift back. Then push to lift through that foot. Really planting that foot down. Gripping the floor. Tight, tight in that core. Good. Lift. All right, here we go for 8. 7. Legs are pretty shaky. 6. 5. Here for 4. Good, you got it. Let's do it. 3. 2. And 1. Step it off. Shake it out. Whew. Good work. All right. Let's bring that carriage back. Throw that light spring back on. And then we're going to get into that other inner thigh. So we'll come kneeling once again. Facing the other way. All right. Come on up. Start to tuck that tailbone. Get nice and strong. We're almost finished. Let's do this. Day 3, almost in the books. All right, tuck, tuck, tuck. Send that carriage out for that nice split. Pull it back in. I'm gonna adjust a little bit. There we go. And out. Nice and tight. Good work. And squeeze. Beautiful. It's like a nice stretch at the bottom and then lots of work at the top to pull it in. Good. Remember, both inner thighs are actively pulling. Keep that tailbone tucked. Here for 6, 5, there's those shakes again. 4, very engaged, keep it. 3, good. 2, last 1, halfway in, little squat, send the hips back, squeeze, lift. Sending it back, long spine though, squeeze, lift. Good. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, good. Control it. 3, definitely bouncing around a little bit on this side. 2, and 1, little pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, pull it all the way into that stopper, isolated hold, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Come on down, put a heavy spring on or any spring, flip around and stretch. Roll those ankles out. Back to that butterfly stretch for me. Good. I'm gonna cross it over, pull and rotate. Legs are shaky. And again. And there we have it. Day 3, lower body, rise with cat. I'll see you tomorrow for a really nice stretch and recovery session. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.